Hello everyone, it's DA here. Hope you guys are doing great. Hope you are doing amazing. Today I will be sharing some info that came out of Bioware within the past 12 hours or so. This is from Casey Hudson in regards to Anthem. I will pull excerpts from it and do some breakdowns and give my thoughts on all these issues. So Bioware's Casey Hudson started with the emphasis on how they continue to grow and how they are taking feedback from the Anthem community. Now I know that with the latest changes to the loot system and the latest patches, some of you will say that they are not listening to you. I see where you're coming from, I understand your frustration, but let's also not forget that everyone cannot get their way. I mean, there are millions of people playing video games these days, and developers must make sure that the game doesn't lose its identity as well. And let's not forget that a lot of the people giving feedback and talking to the developers don't even play Anthem to begin with. So we have to think about how we can even weed out those people to begin with. And we also have issues where people want certain things from other games, but if we do, then Anthem will lose its own unique identity. In fact, Anthem is slowly beginning to gain traction again after all the crazy negativity has died down. We have gamers who are now saying, well, you know what? Anthem is really not that bad. This is the type of game that I've been looking for. And I've been getting that from a lot of people lately as well. In the next paragraph, he said they launched the game and most of us say it was fun at its core, but it also had lots of issues and led to a lot of disappointment and outrage from fans and critics. So over the weeks, they've been working on balancing and all that kind of stuff and making sure that they have a stable game while they also continue to add new content. Now, this is Bioware accepting responsibility on their part, and I'm glad that they actually face that fact. Now, my message to a lot of people who are saying they need to fix everything before adding new stuff, because I get that on a lot of videos all the time. You will be the same one to complain and say we haven't had content for a few months. So in a lot of situations like this, I do see the reason for them adding content while continuing to fix things, not just stop on the content and then fix stuff and wait maybe a year or so after. No, they have to add new content as they continue to fix it. So that is a good move. Also, I'm just gonna throw it out there. People always give Anthem crap because of several reasons, and while some of this is well deserved, I am tired of the whole Division 2 comparison. Massive Entertainment had a great job, and they have done something incredible with the Division 2. However, they didn't have people quitting on them right and left. And let me give you a better one. No one else had a second chance to create a first impression. Division 2, Destiny 2, they're all second chances. And as for Warframe servers have been live for 6 years, which means they also had a chance to evolve. Now, this is not an excuse, but just to show you how these games vary from each other. Because if we just want to be logical here, Ubisoft is selling us the same game for the second time. Same with Destiny 2. But we still love those games because they are still beautiful at their core. We just have to look at the hypocrisy here. Once again, I'm not defending Anthem or any of those crazy things. But as an owner of Destiny 2, as an owner of Division 1 and Division 2, I always feel like those second games could have been made an expansion instead of losing all my shit and starting all over. So for me, as someone who has bought those two games, I know how it feels. But we also have to understand these people are getting a second chance to make a first impression. And I still don't understand why Anthem gets all the hate for all these things. And I'm just going to call it hate. Because at the end of the day, come on. People are praising all these other games, but they all had issues on their launch day. Now, that said, with most of the technical aspect of the game being ironed out, things are about to get really interesting with a lot of story, a lot of content. They showed us this thing right here, which looks like the entrance of the fortress of the Dominion. It could be the Dominion base, it could be another Shaper technology, and most of us already know that the Monitor is not the leader of the Dominion. He is just a hand, like Darth Vader. So they will be adding more stories to the game. They said that they hear the criticism and they also hear the doubts all the time, but they will keep on working on Anthem daily and continue to bring us new stories, world events, features, and more. So there are multiple DLCs on the way for Anthem, and I'm talking about free DLCs. Some of you may have to repurchase the game once again, because I know some of you returned it because you wanted to get a Division 2. And maybe once the Division 2's honeymoon phase is over, you may come back to Anthem. Now, I'm just kidding. Division 2 is still a great game. You know, do what you want to do. Play whatever you love. It's all up to you. But Anthem is still a great game. So right here is Bioware showing their dedication to the game. And the Bioware Star Wars games are still running till today. For the game that released in 2011, they don't have a part 5 yet, unlike a lot of other games, and that is 8 years already in one single game. So I guess we can expect something promising for Anthem and a long support from the studio and publisher as well. Also, there is a developer stream tomorrow at 3 p.m. Central Time, so do not miss it. And if you do, I will have a recap of the stream. Anyways, feel free to share your thoughts on this down below in the comment section, and I would also like to hear your opinions about what I meant when I said nobody is getting a second chance to make a first impression other than games like Destiny or Division 2. Thanks for watching. Hope you find it informative. Hope you enjoyed as well. It's DS signing out. I'll see you in the next one.